Ah, yes. Get your ass in the city immediately, or attack immediately, other way. The army they have is quite a bit weaker than we have. I'm not sure about the heroes. Turn undead. Ah, oh, come on. So we attacked him enough that he won't be able to move on his own turn. We could kill him, but I don't think so. Valuable kill for our hero. Finish it. So they lost a decent hero. No, excellent. Yes. We rebuild mine. Poison immunity, spellcasting, or offense. I think this is the... Is this the last or the second death mission? I don't recall. Probably the second, so... Our opponents here don't use poison attacks at all. I'm taking spellcasting 3 because it allows us to get 20 points, which allows us to get access to better attack spells. So it's a worthwhile upgrade to take. Umbria. Help. What next? Yeah, bone horrors. gonna switch around the priest, yeah. Don't have to wait for him. I don't particularly want the goblin hero, it's another rogue, so if it was a warrior, I might have cared. Yeah, defense definitely. She's so goddamn vulnerable now. You. I'll prefer the master skill. I want to start cannon production. I think I was thinking about destroying this. I don't recall where it goes now though. That's not too bad. As long as it doesn't go into my areas, I don't particularly care. It's really not enough to destroy it. I think teleporter is probably the worst building to destroy. I mean, the reaction from that is going to be the largest. The game really doesn't want you to mess with those. Not sure what it would be in this game. I think it was a Siren in the first one. That would be a tier 4 unit that has a huge amount of immunities and it's very dangerous. And I'll take the other priest too. More goblins. Owned by Tempest. I'm not paying 600 gold for that. Does mean the city is probably fairly good. I'm retreating. And we'll have our mine back. Death Mastery Research. But We have about 10 turns worth of research to be done. I haven't used Spell Ward or Power Leak at any point. Power Leak, yeah, sort of makes sense. It would have been much more useful. It drains the... you pay an upkeep to drain all enemy mana. Problem is usually, at least, that you're sort of struggling with to have enough mana on your own. Especially me, because I now like to use a lot of summons and buff them, so they eat up a lot of my mana. But we could use it to just burn away the enemy mana. In a long mission it would probably be actually a very good idea, because they'll start to have a lot of good summoned units, constant global enchantments buff up their own units. So if you can stop that when if the time comes for you to attack, it's certainly worthwhile. I doubt we're in any kind of danger, really. We might get damaged a little bit, but we have 2 healers, so it doesn't matter at all. The rogue was probably the only good unit that has any kind of poison attack. Not sure that Warren's taken the poison immunity ability. Getting poison does reduce your stats quite substantially though, but it's not big enough of a threat to really care. Yep. Blasted rogue did a ton of damage on us. Want to get this city. Looks like it's a good controlled city again. Wait, 7 points to move and you can't move. Ooh, the terrain must be terrible. Okay, we have nice income of 300. So what are we doing? Not much. But we are sort of preparing to start production. Stone wall. I'm going to sell wooden wall. It shouldn't make any difference because we already have the stone wall and it will be never used. Just a way to get a little bit more extra cash for us. And Shrine of Nature maybe. Yeah, I can't even add this to the queue anymore. Can't have selling and constructing in the same queue. Defense. I don't want to take willpower, we can just put Unholy Champion on these and they're immune to all those effects. So maybe spellcasting. Check. Not taking poison darts, Cold Spear might be an option, but offensive. Much needed offensive. And did a stupid thing. There's a haste berry tree there, so use the goddamn haste berries. Charger, no, Crusher. That's Charger. They're heavily wounded, it shouldn't be a problem. We whip one of them. Yes. I could kill it now, when it's webbed and vulnerable. I probably should. Experience farming shouldn't be taken too far. There's more trouble than it's worth. Cheerful Goblin City. Do goblins get at champion level? Big beetles, wyverns. Flying unit might be okay. It's not a good unit, but it's a scouting unit. We can't afford it though. Unit production just isn't, I mean, income generation just isn't good enough to support this many unit production sites. And the units we could produce there are pretty shitty anyway. You're no good. I think we're gonna separate for a while. I need to get this shitty hero some kind of a equipment set, which means it needs to get in contact with the other heroes. Praise Watermill. Yeah. Definitely an easy quest. And rebuild Watermill. We should put Unholy Champion enchantments on these guys too. You are Unholy Champion already. Yeah, it's because of the helm, you are not. So, what spares do we have? That's a good sword. And that's pretty much all we have. So not a lot. Really worth bothering to come here. Still, this strike plus 2 to damage would be the biggest change here. And the next Black Angel, please. No. I want to use the global enchantments a bit more. How's your domain, hiding it from enemies? I don't particularly care about that. I'm not sure if the computer even is bothered by that. I don't want this to see from our city because we have other than undead troops. So, but damnation, we curse all enemies within our area of control. Does weaken them, so it'll be makes the fights a little bit easier for us. Shimmers or gold? Shimmers. Yeah, the spirit of nature doesn't seem to give a shit about if we rebuild these sites or not. Big part for her is that we destroy them in the first place. Yeah, go down. This group isn't particularly powerful. Shouldn't use it as a frontline troop. What else are we gonna do? It's sort of a... yeah. Backup army on mine. Yeah, I'll take that. That reminds me, we should probably summon spiders. Whipping ability on its own is still very useful. Yeah, we'll do it after damnation is done. I think I should try to start spreading my control area now that I'm going with global enchantments too. So rest the cur or something. Doesn't have to be too much though. Purpose is just to have them curse when they're coming after us. Can I see any troops? Anyone in main doors area of control? That's really nothing. We could go with the mana leap too. It seems like I'm the only one who's been casting things at all. Spider. Spider, 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 spider. That's what we needed to do. Magic relay captured. Are these guys cursed? Well, they're undead mostly. Hard to say if they're cursed or not. I think it's only for enemy units. It's a sort of independent that are favorably inclined to take us favorably. So maybe it doesn't work on them. Death Mastery might be good. It's very bad for our allies though, so we would have to take sort of a note that they control now and then just give back those sites to him. otherwise we're basically stealing all his magic and we won't have any other way than breaking the alliance to try to get it back. And spellcasting specialist 1 is a terrible, terrible caster. And he has nothing of value anyway. Don't do anything. We built the goddamn structure so we can burn it again after a few turns. Okay, 8-man armies. Tempest is starting to be troublesome. Yeah, they're outside our range. This group that's defending here, this is shit. We have very. I need more darkers basically. 3-man group can go and take over structures or something. Nice armies. We don't have what it takes to take on a target like that. Might be able to take on some of the smaller targets here, maybe burn the life node, that sort of thing. Serena. It's hopeless, Merlin. How appropriate that you have embraced death. Appropriate indeed. Probably should reinforce this, but we're gonna push forward our casting influence. Cursed. -2 resistance, death weakness, prevents healing. They are suffering from it. A nice node while it lasted. Serena is there, all invulnerable. Actually, she is exactly there, that vulnerable there, but she has so many other cities that she can immediately transport to, so I'm not sure. There's no point in making a large sacrificial fight to get her now. It won't do anything. What I'm going to do is do a mana leak. Drains the power income of enemy wizards. Why this? Because we're already destroying their power income sites, so I don't think that's enough. They would still have their large storage capability, and they can cast their. She'll probably have a huge line of angels at some point. So what I'm going to do is attack her power base and then try to drain her mana on top of that. Yeah, it's probably a limited use though. Leprechaun! Ho 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 ho! Yeah, yeah. These little shit are going to die. Shouldn't be too hard with these kind of numbers. After the next turn, he's not going to have any opportunity to attack anymore. We can heal the damage he causes. Webbing will probably not work on him. So someone has to just attack. Should have a heal left. Should I try to farm the experience for a hero? I don't think so. The Leprechaun is not that kind of a target. Thunder Rod. So we got a boomstick. Who could use a range attack? You have Cold Breath, it's not great, but it's something. You have nothing. So, Boomstick goes to you. Ooh, another mana source. Let's go burn it to the ground. Okay, they're gonna teleport around us, so it doesn't make much point in even bothering to move. And they utterly fail to even harm the spider. I think they're pulling their troops toward another. A lot of power nodes here. They're trying to pull their troops to the center so they can protect their mage, which makes sense I suppose, but it doesn't, because my goal is not to attack her. I'm going to burn that and just they're working for me. No more research, so more mana for us. Just keep producing the horrors. Space furnace. Hello, someone else's furnace. How do we get down here though? Maybe somewhere here. No, don't do that. I guess it doesn't matter. Spellcasting, black bolts, willpower, sort of useless. Have to take spellcasting. Need that power. I guess he realized I was going to the city or just continued to produce things here anyway. So I wanted to attack to remove the city as soon as possible. Come on. Yeah, it's the holy woods, that's why I can't do anything. Nicely upgraded cities. Sales and Champions Guild. We could try looting. You'd get a lot of gold out of that, but the problem is you'd have to stay in the city for quite a long time, and that's not what I'm interested in doing. I will wait. The druid is the only useful unit they have, so this should be not a problem. Cold breath. Or two frozen out of the fight. Excellent. Ooh, they're making a serious attempt at us. We don't have a... Yeah, we can't cast spells here. So hurry up with that wall or we're dead. Yeah, we should probably build a wizard's tower here. Doesn't matter what you do. There's quite a lot of power sources and even a city down for them, so that should start to hurt. Stealth, sabotage, or taunt. Don't care. Don't really care. So health. We do have to respond to the group attacking here. So, let's go. There's an area here that I don't know. I don't think I'll go there. You? More power nodes. How long till the quest ends? 8 turns. Four turns to get the Black Angel going. Ah. They captured the furnace already. Okay, where does this go? And Death Knights. Okay, let's try something. We have the view. What if I tell you to go here? There's no automatic. Now it's showing me something. Where is it going? Setting up some. No. So hard to see the goddamn track. It's going to the surface. Yeah. Here. So this point. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, cancel that shit. Use more bone horrors. We're going on a trip. No. Do school more archers and priest and then bone horror. We need to trade the furnace we need to destroy from main door. No, well, one range combat unit. The doctor says have to die. Amazing how you can miss so badly. Everyone okay? Everyone okay? So this is gonna be a tough one because they can teleport. Have to weaken them as much as possible before they do that. And that isn't gonna be much apparently. Still, two of them inside here with no serious damage, no poisoning. And they're just gonna slaughter us. Yeah, one hit ballistas. Both did pretty much the maximum damage they can do. So screw you again. Just highlight the point that fighting against the elves with just range units is not gonna work as a defensive fight. We're gonna have to come up with something better. The bonfires are a good idea already. It's more of a what to do in these goblin cities that we have here. Well, the butchers, they're not that great. We can't even produce them here. Probably should... no. We need to send some former reinforcement force there. I'm not sure what though. Oh, wasn't that nice? No, on to new things. Okay, not so fast. Rebuild the brink. My reward will be far more generous than what all the spirits have offered you put together. Oh really? I don't really believe that, but how the hell would I get a pioneering unit here anyway to rebuild that? So below me. much we can do. They're gonna teleport on to us anyway. And they hate the spider for some reason. Maybe it's the weakest target or something. Or they target it because of whipping ability. Wish, 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 wish. Who wants the experience? Yeah, you take it. Offense, offense, or turn undead. Yeah, not a lot of good options there. This group needs to go south. Raise the magic relay and I will help you destroy Harshwood Forest. Difficulty none. Create a magic. Okay, raise the fire node and I will help you on your quest. Starts with the quests. Well, it appears what we're going to do though is going south and raising everything. Path of the Spirits. This is a very tough area to reach, supposing it's also vital. Excellent. Let me recapture these just in time. That's the southern one. Just move the unit away anywhere. Not looking for a fight. Ring of Power. That's +2 to all stats. And naturally we got it. Yeah. Attack, damage, defense and resistance +2. Jack could use it. That would make him a great hero at this point. Which is much needed. It offers a lot of security here. Could be attacked at any moment by the enemy, so with this caliber of a hero, that becomes much more unlikely. Everyone wants us to raise something. Ooh, a live node. I don't think I can drive them out as far as gold is concerned. Mana might be another thing. Be constantly leaking power, and hopefully our actions have made it a bit more difficult for them to get more. Attack. I'm sort of waiting for the wizard's tower, so I have casting support here, and I can't really afford to lose defending units here. The city isn't that well defended, and if they come with something like Iron Maiden or 2, we would be hard pressed to keep this city. I'm guessing I'll be on the defensive for a while there. Maybe I should summon the Black Angel there. Yeah, I should not have commanded this battle. There's nothing to command here. Just don't have the troops anymore. We are not gonna win this. Well, at least we managed to cause some casualties. That's about as best as you can hope. And we'll die when the... I'm not really interested in fighting him, because what will happen is just Serena will drop as many magic attacks on us as possible, and there's no gain in killing the guy. Hello there. Okay, I am inclined. I can't summon anything here. The underground area is definitely not under control. I'd like to actually make sort of a exploration Black Angel. It's good enough to make it on its own. And there are these areas. And it died. why. Defense weak and dodge is probably the magical traps. Well, that was a black angel roll spin. Next. Well, yeah, probably a couple of magic spirit type creatures, and then just nasty spells falling on you. So very bad luck there. Ah, Divine Storms hits. So that was your aid. They might have Budding Sanctuary, so that does nothing. On the other hand, we have a few more left here. Yep, now they're getting catastrophic losses. And we're not done yet either. So maybe we should go for a Death Storm spell instead, so we can put a follow-up on this. Yeah, their power production has certainly gotten a huge hit. Probably destroyed, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half a dozen power nodes just destroyed. They recaptured some underground though, so we'll have to do some kind of action against them here. After the Wizard's Tower completes though. Ah, yeah, manual defense. Magical spirits, so these are from the magic relay. Minor annoyance at best. So this must be from the fire node, again, nothing serious. Okay, anyone wounded? You are. And the next. Which spawns? They're not that hard to hit. They're bridge spawn, not if demons or if lords. Anyone else? Okay, maybe I can now take the level up. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this doesn't do anything for us though. We can't control the area. We can't control our blaster either. Forest. Maybe we should try something else. Well, we don't have that many options. I'm going to see if we can attack Serena now. She might be vulnerable after all those attacks. She certainly lost a lot of units there. So does she have a way to compensate for that? So everyone hit for the little. We can see if we can manage to put up some kind of a attack force. What a scouting unit. These are fine, and additional armies are pouring in. So she's in no way vulnerable really. And yeah, new armies pouring from here. I might be able to get that speed though. Yep, we are certainly going to try. They'll immediately heal. So if we don't kill something within a turn, we did nothing. In harassing my spider. Heal the spider, kill the unicorn, and we should be done. Anyone near a level up? Bone horror. What else? Yeah, we're pretty low on money. What is it this time? Yeah, they're killing my scout, it's fine. Health or life stealing? We already have life stealing, so health please. I'm pretty sure someone else got a level up too. So better spell casting or offensive. north. There are units streaming from there, so there's at least a chance there's a city there. You have to go to that city, see if it's vulnerable. One more turn. After that, yeah, what after that? We need to start bringing in units here. And the only production sites are shop. Some Gamer. This makes things a lot better for us. Main door controls that now. I'm trying to secure this city first. Marksmanship, bard skill, or offense. Offense. Yeah, nice defenses, and another angel has appeared. Maybe we should stop producing bone horrors here. I think we have a city much closer that can produce them there, so. Very weak defenses here now. So it's going down. I'm going to go hunt Tempest troops a little bit. We'll go and go and take a look here first. City is going down. Cities produce quite a lot of mana on their own, so it's hard to drain someone out of mana if he has a huge number of cities. Wonder how well this works. I'm interested in seeing the results when the mission ends. Commander class damnation 2, so they're double damned at this point. We need some kind of hard-hitting unit here. With goblins, it has to be beetle, or it pretty much has to be beetle. We can't build cannons either. Alternatively, we could not build anything. Because we have the tower here now, we can teleport troops at some point. Gold, yeah, we have 13 gold. Gold should be here to extend the range. And Mander can use it to cast something. Divine Storm. So I'm going to give this up. There's a road going somewhere here too. I'm not sure we're up to the task of taking that. That's a lot of powerful range attacks they have. Umbria at least is very likely to die out there, so not worth the exchange in my opinion. I'll just sell the Wizard's Tower. Get some. Ooh, we could migrate this. It's in a prime real estate area. This is very tough for her to ignore, isn't it? And we'll get our influence in a very vital area. We'll have to upgrade the Wizard's Towers. We'll have to get the protection from overland spells, otherwise this is insanity. So the question is, Dark Elves or Undead? We can build champion units. So Undead. Yeah, I think this is the better choice this time. How many cannons do we have? A lot. So enough with the cannons. Better Wizard's Tower. We aren't producing all that much. Ooh, Wizard's Tower. Enough with that. Yep, we'll try to get the teleportation gate, so we need to save up some money. Tons of troops here. Why? Because he has more cities and very hard to reach place here. Okay, we need to think about the Black Angel now. Might as well go throw it away here again. Maybe support this group. I'd like to cause trouble somewhere. So... going here is pretty much dead. Attacking those is certainly dead. Should I cast Domain of Darkness? Out your domain, hiding from enemies. This thing is, I just don't know if it works for the enemies really. Because it basically only bothers you who don't have a bad memory. New Spy allows you to see inside all cities within your domain. That's a cheap one. Too bad we can't actually see anything. So let's see my allies though. Well, that's something. It's so cheap, it's not gonna matter at all. We're saving money. No. Oh, we will won something. What a surprise. City of... loot it. Looting destroys the city, but after a few turns you get money out of that. I feel we're fairly safe here, so I'm looting it. Blind Storm. I'm sort of expecting this shit. We'll have to forego the migration. We need the sanctuary here, otherwise we're just going to start losing troops very quickly. Are we within her casting radius or area? No, we're not. Underground Garden. Wonderful place. It will have to end soon again. I'll try to get the sanctuary, finish building the sanctuary there. In the captured city. Until we have that, we're in a very precarious situation there. He's going to keep spamming that overland attack on us, and we're just going to be we can't take all that many of those hits. We have to have pretty much the full army if we want to have any hope of defending the city from any kind of counterattack. going to take some time before we can get the teleportation gate built anyway. So maybe about 10 turns. That's assuming we have the money, so we don't have to wait too long. Not sure what I should do with this city. It's not a terribly interesting city in the first place. We could keep it temporarily because these do produce quite a lot of money. At least until the project with the teleportation gate is done. I think that's a good option to take. We are not threatened here immediately in any way, so for the greater good, don't burn down everything. Oh lord. That's 1 plus about 6. Might even have the money to start the production immediately, not sure about that. That's not the important part. The important part is to get the money so I can fast forward the sanctuary. They can maybe every 3 to 4 turns we're gonna get the attack. Not enough gold. Not be able to change that. Enough with the bone horse. Excellent. Now you can make your terrible bone horse. No, you don't. No, 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 no. Teleportation gate is everything. That's 500, so we can't start yet. Well, we'll get 500 gold on the next turn, so teleportation gate can get started. And we're gonna do an army of undead horrors and cannons, and just roll over her. She has a few mage tower cities, but not a lot. And most of the cities don't have a mage tower. So I think there's a good chance if we get that, that's the end for her. the city is burning, looting gets done. Do I want to attack this? I have two units that are worried to me. But it's also being attacked by main door. Might be better for us to take it. I'm sure main door can handle it though. It's just that if we do it, I think we're gonna get a lot lesser casualties. We have two archers. Everything else we can ignore. One archer. New archers. No news. Yep. This is going quite nicely. The city is just a unit production site, nothing else. Loot, yes. I want the cash this time. Why does she has a chance to rebel? Why? Pure evil, moral poor, why? Why is the moral poor pure? Fucking pure poor. It's looting. Okay, let's go out of the city. We active spells. That's a big problem. Okay, it's the ground. That settles another thing though. We have to cast Dark Land. We'll start spreading the shit all over the place, but it seems like this land is such a pure land that it's causing us severe moral problems to our unit. And that's totally unacceptable. So destruction and defilement of the land starts now. Very good. Still don't know what I'm going to do with the town here. We get -2 defense and resistance. No one else can attack it. Holy champion, defense +1. We're both a holy champion and an unholy champion. Anarchy. Did we start the teleportation gate or not? Insufficient gold. What other productions did we start? Sanctuary. Naturally we having insufficient gold, so yeah, we'll have to just wait for the turn to end. Produce merchandise. Don't wish to command the level. We gained 415 gold from looting this place. So, 1000 gold. That should have jump started things quite nicely. Oh, maybe I need to go south still. But we'll also start the looting process here. If forces aren't sufficient, that's what I thought. What are you doing here? Nothing. What are you doing here? What? That's better. 6 turns, teleportation gate. Sure, will come in 1 turn. So we're basically safe. After that, we can handle a single attack. We don't really need to be protected from the overland spells, really. Gotta go with better defenses. It's very likely we'll have to defend this place from against attacks at least. Also start producing ballistas or things like that. They're neutral, so it wouldn't matter if. Yeah, I think that's a better choice. We need some kind of a reinforcement. We have, no, that won't work. You need master skill to be able to repair them, war machines. So yeah, we are going to need the either protection from the spells or yeah, I'll go for the protection from the spells. And now we have the sanctuary. There's no immediate worry anymore. Yes. Let the death spread. Raise death note. Okay. Starts producing a fix for it. Can't move forward. Yep, everything's good now. I do want to do one thing before we move on, and then this. I need to jumpstart the unit production again. Our income isn't that great, so that's probably will do. Bone horrors, cannons, and try to get a protection from overland spells as quickly as possible. I don't want to hurry the production though. We don't have that much gold. How much would it cost? There's no indication. I certainly think I should hurry it though. We're starting to get 5 turns. No. Yep. By the time that teleportation gate comes online and we sort of can start move troops here, they need to be protected from those spells. Yeah, and I'll end here. We're in a very strong position. Our side has fairly strong control on the half of the map. We've raised and savaged Serena's land severely, so her resources are going to start quickly. I haven't even seen Tempest really yet. He probably has a similar situation like Necron had here. A handful of cities, maybe 2 to 3, and nothing else. He hasn't been all that big of a problem. The only problem he's causing that he has flying units. So our bone horrors can savage all of them. Yeah, we definitely should destroy those too. Well, maybe not now that we have a better control of this area. But yeah, this place. Leondor seems to be spreading here again. So this is barely well secured too. I'm going to produce 4 ballistas here and send the ballistas we have on to do things here. Yep. I'm hoping they don't encounter a lot of resistance because we have control of the city, so he'll try to pull a lot of his wandering troops to defend the wizard, leaving us openings to do other things. Yep, we're in a good position. After a little while we can do the killing blow on Serena and then just converge on Tempest with everything we have. Yep.